responding. And I was like, okay, fine, I can understand you're grieving, so let me just give you time, you come back. So eventually he just disappeared, and by disappear I mean his phone was switched off, there was no way I could reach him basically. So since after like I'll give it maybe 2 weeks, I decided, you know what, let me just go across. He doesn't walk too far away from me, let me just walk, find him. So I walked to his office, and this particular day that I chose, they were filming a music video. So he was back at work, but he just wasn't the same. So he was filming a video, and asked the watchman, oh, so where's M? Watchman is like, oh, no, they were around, but they've left. So they've been filming a video for the last I don't know how many days, you can't see him. I don't know what happened. No, D lost his phone around the same time M's mom passed on. So it was kind of hard for me to reach M through D. And even D said, like when I finally, it was a long story, D had to get his cousin to call me. I reached out to D through Facebook. So when I called D, when I finally reached D to ask, oh, have you spoken to your friend, how's he doing, and all that, he's like, I thought you all was in love, you would have been the one who's updating me, because he also doesn't know, he's also been shut out, blah blah blah. So eventually D did manage to reach M through I don't know who else, and then told M that I'd been looking for him. So M called me up on a random day. No, actually it was the same day, and this particular day was a Friday. I remember very well, it was a Friday, and I went out with my workmates. Where are we? We were at Greenhouse, and then all of a sudden my phone is ringing, and it's M. And I'm like, I don't even know what to say at this point. Like, I don't even, like, where do I start? You've not spoken to me in 2 weeks to a month. I can't remember. At this point, my memory is just blurred. I can't remember. So we've not spoken for a while, and he's not said anything, and just calls me and he's like, hi, I'm fine. I'm trying, yeah, I'm leaving, I'm at work. And he's like, so you come over. Because I was at Greenhouse this particular day, and they were shooting at Valley Arcade. I'm so tempted to tell you what video it is they were shooting. Oh my god, might as well. So anyway, they're shooting, that would basically be revealing their identity. Anyway. What? So anyway, I went on set, and I waited until he was done, and then we went home and tried to talk it out, because it was a very hard conversation, I won't even lie. Just trying to understand where he was coming from, what he was doing, and he said, like, he confessed, to be honest, he's been drunk a lot. How did I not tell you about wasabi? I might as well have just tell you who the hell this person is. This producer was known for always having a bottle of wasabi in his car. Not one, maybe 3 at a time. So anytime anyone meets him, they're like, yo, wasabi. Guy. Anyway, he's like, yeah, he's just been drunk a lot. He's been trying to deal with the situation on his own, and he's sorry about shutting me out. He'll try and do better by me. So many promises. Like, we had a heart-to-heart, a real heart-to-heart. And then the next day I went home, and I thought, well, I guess we are back, we are on. Only for my texts to still go unanswered. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 1 month, the responses were far between. Like, they were there, they were not there. So eventually D calls me up and D is like, yo, I'm leaving the country, because D lives in Australia and D was just a Samabani. Basically, he was in the country for a bit. He came to visit family and then ended up staying for 6 months, I guess. She's like, yo, I'm leaving, so are we meeting up? We need to say farewell and all that. And I'm like, yo, Izzy, where are you? Come pick me. So eventually, so what happened before this is that for a whole month, so when M stopped speaking to me, and I tried to call him, his number kept saying the number you're calling is out of service or does no longer exists, something along those lines. And I was like, wait, but this, I just spoke to this person the other day, and like I didn't understand. But anyway, basically number didn't exist. So D calls me. D is like, come, let's hang out. Then I was like, okay, where are you? He's like, why do you still work at the same place? I'm like, yes, so we're coming to pick you up. I'm like, we who? He's like, we, me, and M. I'm like, oh, okay. So at this point I'm thinking, do I really want to? I can see my camera flashing. At this point I'm like, do I really want to meet up with M? But then I don't want to be a pussy, let me just use that word, and not turn up because someone else is there. And I was like, okay, fine, let's okay. So anyway, they come, they pick me up. I ask M, so how's it going? He's like, it's going well, it's going fine, I read your blog. I'm just like, okay, and then you don't talk to me anymore. He's like, yeah, your blog is amazing. He's just avoiding the conversation altogether. Then at this point, during the night, so I left. On this particular day, I was like, I don't want to be involved, like I don't want to get mixed up with these people again. He decided he doesn't want me in his life, so who am I? What do I do? Chamuhimuni uhai. So anyway, I went, we hung out, chilled for a bit, for a couple of hours, because it was a week, it was a Thursday or a Friday, I can't remember. So yeah, they picked me up, we went to a different person's house, and it was just chill. M was not particularly friendly or particularly making an effort to talk to me, and neither was I. I was just in a corner looking at D like, why the hell did you do this? You know, I already feel like I've been dumped, and then you're bringing me back in this situation. But D is like, but M is the one who asked to see you anyway. So later that evening, they're supposed to drop me off in town or wherever, because I used to work on Ngong Road, those sides. We were in Jamhuri on this particular day and they're supposed to drop me off. So we went to, and I was like, since it's late, let me just go get fries. M wanted to fuel up. I don't know what they're going through, but I asked him same questions. Have you been holding up? How are you doing? And he's like, he's fine. He just can't remember the last couple of months. He feels like he's been drunk throughout most of it. And I'm like, fine, yo, do you. You need it, do it. Go through all that, like go through the works. Go through all of it. So anyway, we go to a petrol station. After, you know, before Libya, there must be a Ken chic or something on Ngong Road. You know the road that comes from Yaya like this and joins Ngong Road. There's a petrol station there that I will never forget, because we literally went, and I went to the counter to buy my food, because I was the only one who was interested in eating. Nobody else was about this life. So I bought my chips and chicken, and I was going home. Like I was literally now going home. And then M reaches out into my wallet and takes out a note. He's like, this is for fuel. And I'm looking at him like, excuse me? Like, excuse me? Like, actually, just hold up 1 minute. Excuse you. How? sell your Mercedes and buy fuel if you need it. Like, it didn't even make sense to me, to be honest. So he took money out of my wallet and went and paid for fuel. And after all that, didn't even have the audacity to go and drop me off in town. He walked me across to the stage to catch a matatu home. Bruh. This was just savagery on another level. So anyway, we stand on the stage for 2 minutes. First they ate my food. How can I forget? They ate my food, so I was hungry. My money had been taken. I was heartbroken. I don't even give. Anyway, we went and stood at the stage, and then so at this point I was just emotional. Like I was just like, you know what? Let this day happen. Let me get a million reasons to hate this guy, because I was in so deep. And then at this point I was just like, I need to rack up reasons to hate him. So yes, they ate my food. They took money from my wallet for fuel. He didn't drop me off in town. He took me to Panda Matatu. So we stand at the stage and I asked him, so I've been trying to call you and I can't reach you. What's up with that? He's like, I changed my number. I'm like, okay. I just said, okay. And I started crying. So he hugged me and I was just crying. I was bawling because I just felt like I was so hurt. I was so hurt. And I felt like, what the hell? Like, does he even understand how deeply I feel for him? And yeah, I was just racking up. My reasons are just racking up. And I bawled. I really cried. I cried so much. Like, you wouldn't even believe how much I cried. I got on the bus. I was still... Hey, do you know this guy held me at the stage. Zero chills. So when I got home, I texted D at yo, I'm home. Calls me back. So my phone is ringing. D is calling. I pick up and it's M on the line, and M is like, oh yeah, so I got home fine. So I'm happy. Thanks for coming out tonight. Like a stupid little child. I get home and I text D, yo D, I'm home, I'm safe. Then my phone is ringing and D is calling me back, and it's M on the line, like, hey, I'm so happy you're home. Thank you for coming out tonight. I'm like, what's happening? What happened to your phone? Why won't you call me on your phone? It's like, it's fine. So after this period of time, I was like, okay, you know what? Let me forget this idiot. Let me move on with my life, because girls do that. You know how we do. We are so good at moving on. Let me just confirm that it's recording. Yes, you're so good at moving on. And when you decide, you move on. A couple of days later, I get a WhatsApp message and it's from M. And on WhatsApp, when you change your number, it doesn't give the person. So I could be in a different country and I could have changed mine. I could be on a different line, but usually it doesn't show the change. So it'll just come as long as I'm talking to someone or who's already on their contacts, they sort of get a message like it's from the same number. So me and M, this is after a few months. It's not within the same month that I was crying on the road was it stupid Ring Road, on the corner of Ring Road and Ngong Road for him. This is a couple of months later. Started chatting me up casually, because men are idiots and they just come back into your life like they were there yesterday. Stop talking to you for 20 hours or 20 years and then, hey, I'm here. So, life's been good. Idiots. So anyway, M started chatting me up and me, of course, I was dumb. I'm like, yo, is it? Let's talk. So M tells me, oh yeah, I went back to Zambia for a bit. I've been feeling like I just need to be home. And I'm like, yo, easy, fine. But me, my sister, and I, and her boyfriend, who's coming in from Australia, are gonna be doing a road trip down from Zambia to SA and back in December. So anyway, I'll be back in the country soon. We should meet up and talk. I feel like we left off at a bad place. I'm like, no, I was all excited. I'm like, yo, easy, it's fine, no pressure, we'll talk, Only for him to go back to talking to me as usual. So we went back to chatting. Oh, what have you been up to today? How are you doing? Oh, I remember I was learning to drive that year. He's like, oh my god, I can't believe that I can't even imagine you driving. Like, it's so weird. Just like, how's mom doing? So him asking me how my mom is doing. So we just went back to normal conversation. And me, like a stupid girl, I just went falling back in love with the idiot again. So the day is coming. I've been looking forward to this day, like 100. I am so excited. I can't believe he's finally back. We might just get things back to normal or back to something. And he sends me a photo. You know how you take the ground photo with the airplane, like out your window, airplane wing. So he sends me a photo taking off. See, I'm excited. I even look up how long it is, how long a flight from Zambia to Nairobi takes. Me, I'm waiting airport that when he gets to the airport, he'll call me up. Either we hang out today or tomorrow or whenever. He gets to the airport, he's like, yo, I'm in Nairobi, touchdown. And I'm like, yes, so when are we gonna meet? He's like, I'll let you know. Day 1 passes, I'll let you know. Day 2 passes. This time I remember very well because I'd gone back to living at home with my parents, and I couldn't get out as easily as it was before from the hostel, just because African parents. So saying that I was at my sister's house was easier for me. So I was at my sister's house Friday waiting, Saturday waiting, Sunday waiting to be called. No phone call. First of all, I'm being texted on WhatsApp, which means that I don't even have your number, so I can't even call him. He's the only one that can reach me. So on Monday I got pissed off. I'm like, yo, I just went off on him. Went off. Like, you came on this day, you built up my expectation, you told me this, you told me that, so when the hell are you planning on seeing me? He's like, no, I've been so busy making plans with my sister for our drive. I'm like, and your sister is still here? That it wouldn't even take 10 minutes for you to just ask me to meet up, and anyway, I'm over this. Like, I literally just told you I'm over this. And let me tell you, that day after I wrote that text, I've never ever been over someone the way I was over him. It was a wrap. I was done. Over. Capi. Nothing ever was going to go. And I just stopped, and I stopped texting him, and I stopped crying over him, and I stopped, like, I was done. I was like, you fucked me up over and over and over and over. I can't keep letting you do this to me. I was done. Then I think he tried to send me a message, blue ticks, another one, blue ticks, fam. I was done. I was liberated. So wow, I feel like I've missed out a big chunk of that story. Anyway, before all this, he told me he'd been telling me that he's moving to Zambia for good before this trip. So this trip was probably his last time in Kenya, so that's why he wanted to come and see me. That's why we needed to talk. I was just over it, fam. Me? Not like that. You don't play me like that. Until then you keep expecting to play me like that. Me? No, I was done. So anyway, this idiot changed his number and moved out of the bloody country. And I want to try and understand him. Maybe his situation was hard. Maybe he's still trying to deal with a lot. But sometimes when you have other people's feelings involved, you just need to chill out and remember and keep people informed. Just let them know, I can't do this anymore, or I can't, it's not working out for me. I'm in a different place now. I'm sorry, we started off well, one of those things. And this is that relationship that made me realize that sometimes closure it's not mandatory. Some people insist, no, I have to talk to him to get closure. Sometimes leave it. Like, you're going to have to exist without that closure. It's never going to come. You'll never know why he behaved the way he did. So accept and move on. Kieleweke, eh? So yes, that's my story time. I'm so sorry it was so long. Let me know if you want to know others, because for some reason I'm always in these weird situations with men. So yes, bye bye. Like, subscribe, comment, share, everything. Don't forget to do that.